Hello. Welcome everybody to today's video. First, I want to thank Mrs. Marilyn Southern. She's the first person to comment on my video, and she gave a really good feedback. So I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, just want to thank you. Shout out to you, Mrs. Marilyn Southern. And also, you should know you're the reason why I'm doing this video also. Already just kind of motivated me. So yeah. Um Now I'm going to be talking about this coin, ICP. Personally, I trade the coin on Binance Futures Market, and I've been making a killing. So yeah, talking about ICP. ICP is a sleeping giant. Like, if you look at the tech of this company, what it offers, it's miles ahead of other blockchains. I'm surprised that people haven't caught on yet, but I think that's going to change in a couple of months. We'll see. So it's not financial advice, right? Do your research. Go and check it out. It's the best thing out there, this coin, in the blockchain category. So um now my analysis on ICP. If we look at ICP, what do we notice? Price has been going down. That's clear. Now let's follow price movement on a candle by candle basis. Let's look at current price movement. What do we see? Current price movement. We see that we had a close above this bearish candle right here. Hope you all can see that. My bearish candle signifies a drop in price, denoted in gray, while a bullish candle also signifies an increase in price, black. So if you notice what's happening here, see how we got the break of the high of this weekly candle, right? Then in turn, we got the break of the low of that bullish engulfing. The candle that broke the high, we got the break of its low. So what do we see? We saw that we created a high and broke the low of that high. So we broke structure. Based on that break of structure, we are now in a range, right? We are now in a range. We are going to we'll know whether to buy or sell depending on the breaks of structure, depending on where price moves to next. So now that's for the weekly time frame. This is the structure that was broken right here. The structure was broken. Let's call this let's label that out. We'll call this a BOS, right? Break of structure. Break of structure. So now let's move down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, what do we observe? We observe that we had a high that was directly responsible for the break of the structure. Right, so we mark the high out. Why are we doing this? We're doing this to get our daily range. We have gotten our weekly range. We're doing this to get a daily range. So as you guys can see, we have gotten our daily and our weekly range, and that's about it. My price broke the structure, and since then we haven't broken the high, or we have not gone below the lows. So now on 4 hours, let's go to 4 hours and observe price movement of 4 hours. So if we look at 4 hours, we see that there was another structure, another break of structure. The most recent break of structure is to the downside, right? The most recent break of structure is to the downside. So let's label that out. Break of structure, POS. POS. So that's our most recent break of structure with the high, with the low also. That's our most recent break of structure. So let's get our range. This is the high, and this is the low. So this is the range we're in, right? If you get the break of the high, um, there's a higher probability, right, that price might reverse to the upside. While if we get a break of the lows, there's a higher probability that price might continue bearish, right? So on the lower time frames. So that being said, what's the next thing we look at? The next thing we are going to look at is we're going to mark out, because just observe what is happening, right? Before the break of this structure, price was going up, right? It gave people the idea that price might be going bullish. All of a sudden, it turned bearish and went and broke structures to the downside very fast. So, um, people that were buying, right? People that were buying before we got this big move to the downside are in drawdown. Very simple. Are in drawdown. So they will want to get out of the trade either with a little loss or at break even without losing any money. So where's the last point? The last point that people bought at, where people are going to be looking to get out of the market. That's going to be the last bullish candle before price went before price all of a sudden went bearish. Right. So we're going to mark that out. And if you can, and as you can see, that's exactly where price reacted is reacting off of. Right? That's where price is reacting off of. So what do we do with this information? Right? So we're going to wait for price to break bullish, to break out of this range, or otherwise we can look to go short at that access point when we see our confirmation. We can look to go short at that access point at this point where we're interested at when we see a confirmation. So basically that's what's happening on ICP. I'm going to keep you guys updated on how this plays out. If I take a trade on this, if I take a trade on this in any direction, I'll let you guys know on next week's video. Let me know in the comment section if you found this helpful. Um, um, if you do your research on ICP and discover it's a very good coin, also let me know if you no, just let me know. Tell me, guys. You guys should tell me your opinion on what I'm doing now and ways I can improve. Or really appreciate that. I really like that. Just give me feedback and on things I can do to improve the videos and all that. I'm new to this, so thank you and have a good one. Bye.